Okay, we'll continue with the second part of seed to plant. And another way that seeds can also travel is by us. A flower bed or a vegetable garden is beautiful to have at home. Seeds are planted to grow in the gardens. The seeds come in small envelopes or boxes, and they have directions explaining how to plant the seeds and care for the plant. So, this is another way of seeds traveling to different places and beginning that process of pollination to create new flowers or vegetables. The next page begins by telling us the beginning of a plant. So the beginning of a plant is curled up inside each seed, and food is stored inside the seed too. The seed has a seed coat on the outside to protect it, and that's exactly what we see here on this diagram. We see, so this is a bean here with a seed. We have this little green part up here towards the top. It says beginning of plant. So the diagram is showing us the leaves representing the inside. So that's the beginning of how the plant grows inside of the seed. And the rest of it is the food that the seed will need to be able to stay alive. And then this little gray part all around it is the seed coat. Now, a seed will not sprout until certain things happen. First, it must be on or in the soil. Then, it needs rain to soak the seed and to soften its seed coat. So, when the seed falls into the soil, here we have a cutout. So, you wouldn't normally be able to see this part under the ground. So we have the seed here, and we have rain and sunlight that hit it, and that's what helps the seed coat soften. And when it softens, it allows the plant to start to grow. Now, when the sun shines and warms the ground, the seed coat breaks open, and the seed begins to grow. This is called germination. A root grows down into the soil. The root takes in water and mineral from the soil for food. So, as we see here in this diagram, it's telling us this is germination. We see the root down here towards the bottom, so that it grows down to the bottom where it can get water and mineral. Since we see here there's not a lot of food left for the seed because the plant has started to grow. And then up grows a shoot. Green leaves grow up from the shoot towards the sun. The plant grows bigger and bigger. The leaves make food for the plant from the water and minerals in the soil, the sunlight, and the air all around the plant. So as we see here, the next part, so this is the germination, so the next part is the shoot, which is this stem here. It's like a stem that comes up out of the ground, and that's the shoot. And then we have the leaves on either side, and the leaves allow the plant to get water and minerals from that come up from the soil, so it stores them here. The sunlight and the air all around it also help them grow. And finally, the plant is full grown. Buds on the plant open into flowers where new seeds will grow. So it's important to see that new buds will be made and flowers will open. And that's a way of how the plant life cycle would start all over again, because when those buds die, those would pollen and more seeds would come out of it. So again, everything starts all over again, and we get new flowers and new things that will grow. Many of the foods people eat are seeds, fruit, and pods. They are full of nutrition, vitamins, and minerals, and they are tasty too. So hope you enjoyed learning about how we go from a seed to a plant and how the seed is made. So I'll talk to you guys soon so we can dig deeper and see how we can think of the cause and effect that this has on one another.